I'm Prasad. I'm an advocate practicing in civil and criminal courts in Hyderabad, including High Court of Telangana. Today, I'm going to explain about the remedy that is available to the complainant and the accused in a higher forum when the complaint is dismissed or complaint is allowed in the trial court. So, once the complaint is engineered and launched in a magistrate court, which is the trial court for the criminal complaints of check bounce cases, it may be allowed or it may be dismissed. So if the complaint is dismissed, the aggrieved will be the complainant. So whosoever approached the court suffered dismissal. So that means accused is acquitted. So the language may be quite confusing for a common man. Therefore, I am trying to explain it in a detailed way. So when the complaint is dismissed, the aggrieved will be complainant. So the complainant will have to go for appeal. So the complainant have to go for appeal before the High Court. Complainant can't go for appeal before the district court. So this is the remedy that is available to the complainant when the complaint in a check bounce case is dismissed. And after High Court, it is Supreme Court. Now, what is the remedy that is available to the accused when the complaint is allowed? Because when the complaint is allowed, it is in the favor of the complainant, the aggrieved will be the accused. The accused is punished. Now, the remedy for the accused is to file an appeal before the district court. So when the complaint is allowed, the remedy for the accused is to go for an appeal before the district court or the sessions court, which is the name given to the criminal district court where criminal matters are dealt. It is called the sessions court. So I will address it as a sessions court. Don't get confused. When the complaint is allowed, the remedy for the accused, because accused is the aggrieved here, the remedy for the accused is to file an appeal before the sessions court. And in a criminal matter, there will be only one appeal opportunity that is given to either the complainant or the accused. There will be no two appeals unlike in the civil cases. The remedy for the accused, if an appeal is dismissed. Now, appeal can be allowed or appeal can be dismissed. Now, if appeal is dismissed, the remedy is to approach High Court by way of a revision. Now, what is appeal, what is revision? I will make a separate video. Don't get confused, because it is a subtle difference between appeal and revision, which needs a detailed video with illustrations. Therefore, I'll explain it in a different video. For a layman understanding, appeal, you can understand appeal as a continuation of a case in a different higher forum. Revision is examination of a particular part of the case in a higher forum. Whether it misused the jurisdiction or it exercised the jurisdiction or it exceeded the jurisdiction, it is a jurisdictional error. It is a question of law. Appeal involves question of law, fact, evidence, oral evidence, documentary evidence, etc. Everything. Whatever occurred in the lower court, which will be examined by the higher court. Even conviction can be reversed into acquittal. Acquittal can be reversed into conviction in appeal. But in revision, that is not done. In revision, acquittal can never be converted into conviction in a revision. So the power of the revision is discretionary and very limited, but appeal, the power is very wide. If a complaint is allowed, the suffering is to the accused. The accused will get punishment. So accused has to make an appeal before district court. And if appeal is dismissed, then accused has to go to High Court for revision. And after that, he has to approach Supreme Court and file a special leave petition. So this is the path, this is the journey that is made by the complainant and the accused in a check bounce case. Hope I am clear. So wait for my another video on what is appeal and what is revision and the difference between appeal and revision, and when revision has to be filed, when appeal has to be filed by the complainant, when revision has to be filed by the accused. All these questions I will answer in a detailed video coming up on the difference between appeal and revision. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubts, make a comment. I will try to answer in the comment itself if possible, or else I will make a separate video so that it will be useful to others.